everybody, and welcome to the Weekend Big Show powered by Law Dog Sports. I am Chuck Ramsey, the Law Dog, here with you as we always are on Fridays. My partner Jeremy Schroeder joining me as well, ruler of the airways. And it is a big-time weekend for preparation for the Underwear Olympics, Jeremy. And we want to welcome everybody in streaming live on Facebook, Twitter X, and YouTube. So Senior Bowl going on this weekend. I think I might hear it in the background in your studio there.
No, you hear I don't know what it is.
How's your week been, pal?
Man, just oh my God, brutal. Started bad, driving in snow and ice. Nothing's going on at my place of employment.
Yeah, I think I always fashioned you for a guy who didn't really particularly care for the lull times. You probably want the busy activity that makes the day go fast.
Yeah, it does make it a bit easier to stomach when you have when your mind is occupied and the people above you's minds are occupied, so
Yeah.
they're not just making up new policies and dumping them on you and
Yeah.
just
Well,
silly.
this is obviously an issue, so we better address it. Yeah. I'll tell you this much. I think 6 years, and if I hadn't have gone to the airport assignment like I did, I would have met you. And I was just thinking the other day about people I met from being a cop that jumped into a retirement gig at the Will Rogers World Airport with about 5 years left of my career. But a memory popped up, and a good buddy of ours, Hutch, that moved up to Montana.
Oh, Danny, yeah.
And then Andrew, who moved up to Michigan, moved home to Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
We'd gone out, and when Hutch left, we had gone out to BJ's Pizza Place and had a few barley pops and some grub, and that popped up on a Facebook memory. And I sit and thought, I wouldn't know Jeremy if I hadn't gone to the airport. I would know Danny Gainesville. I would know Scott Adams. A lot of people that I came to enjoy fellowshipping with. And
don't forget about Connard. You
Carr.
seem to be omitting Connard Carr.
That's right. I would have never been challenged to a race as a 48-year-old by a 22-year-old and be favored.
Right.
So anyways, but yeah, your work is, my work is now this, but I know for you, the weeks can kind of grind by, but man, if there's a Cal Ripken Award for two random dudes podcasting, you would be the recipient because you're the Iron Man of Law Dog Sports.
Sometimes
you're like clockwork, man. That's why you're in good shape and you got a full head of hair. As you've stayed true to your discipline. So
well, we try. It's not easy as we get older. But
how's your daughter's guitar playing going?
It's going well.
Yeah.
She's got a lesson this afternoon. She just picks things that she likes to do, and fortunately, a lot of that is schoolwork. She just got a great ACT score. Gonna get
awesome.
Oh, I know. She's just. I don't know where she gets it because I'm whatever. Other than this, wow. I wasn't the best student, but she's amazing.
The bad thing about it is I was smart as a kid. I knew things, but I had trouble focusing and things I didn't like. I really paid no attention.
Same. I arbiter of useless information. And here we go.
In third grade, I was the only kid that knew who the Ayatollah Khomeini was back during the Iran hostage crisis. And, I pride myself. That was my one badge of honor from Coweta High School. But, no, I tell you something, and this is a theory I've had for a long time, and it goes back to my church days when I was a kid in high school. Nearly every girl in my church youth group played the piano, and every one of them were great at math.
There is a correlation there.
Yeah, I would be surprised if there's not. So
it's all mathematics. I bet if she wanted to, she could sit down at the piano and probably be functional in a month, just because she's, she was taking calculus when she was a freshman, and she's just
God.
Yeah, her brain is amazing.
Well, we'll expect great things from her now, so the pressure's on.
She's either going to be a rock star or she's going to be the head of NASA.
There you
We
go.
don't. We'll see.
Who says you can't do? Why limit her?
Right.
Let her do both.
Right.
All right. So speaking of limiting, Jeremy, breaking news last night came over the social media feeds as linebacker for the Oklahoma Sooners, who's the team that we follow the most. Owen Heineke denied his appeal for another year of eligibility. Meanwhile, you have Darian Mensah playing about his 7th year.
TJ Finley going for year 8.
Then it was Toure down at Miami. Now, I can't remember. Is he the linebacker that busted up Fernando on that dirty play?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then got busted up on the quarterback draw.
Yeah. He's coming back for an 8th season. So, I mean, Owen Heineke
15 minutes of lacrosse.
15 minutes of lacrosse and your college career is over, bud.
The NCAA is ridiculous. It's a capricious ruling. They should never have denied it. I don't understand why. It's not like he's, he played 4 years of lacrosse. He played 3 games as a freshman, which is another sport. Shouldn't count against you. You should get at least 4 years of football out of it, okay? Why he was not granted a 4th year and another year, not an extra year, just the year he deserves of eligibility, for a good kid who did it the right way, came to Oklahoma as a walk-on, busted his tail, got himself on the field this year and excelled. And the NCAA is like, can't have that.
No.
He's not doing it for the money. He's doing it for the right reasons.
So I was trying to break down, and I'm doing my best not to look up the actual seasons of these people, but like Mohamed Toure down at Miami, 8th season, he's coming back, and so 8 seasons that would put him at 25 or 26 at least.
Oh yeah,
and so I just look at it. So obviously, going back 8 seasons, you would have a COVID year. But then you would have to have a regular red shirt year and then a medical red shirt.
There's lots of different things in there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to break it down because I don't care about that.
It's just gonna piss you off.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Hey, now, Connor. Can't believe Oklahoma's so low in education ratings when Jeremy is throwing capricious casually into a podcast conversation. Well, Connor, part of my education, I was self-taught a lot of things.
Yeah. There are a vocabulary word of the day too. Still,
you got to remember, I was terrible at math, and I think every math teacher I had at secondary education, high school and above, was a football coach. So
yeah, there was a lot of that.
Yeah, wasn't so good at that.
Yeah, and I tell you, like we were talking about, to me, an education is an education is an education. It's what you do with it, what you actually are motivated and have the initiative to learn. These rankings that people always throw out, nobody in this region needs to really be throwing strays towards the state of Oklahoma. And our friend Corey Hogue did that here a while back on a social media post. And I just thought, incorporate the Harris County, test scores and see where you go from there, because that, I mean, and it's all a biased system in a way, but I won't get into that. We were talking about Owen Heineke, but it's just such a joke. And here's another thing about it, Jeremy. 2 nights ago, so Tate Sage is a kid that I called his games here in Weatherford. He played basketball for Weatherford, starter for 4 seasons. His twin brother Ethan, and then also CJ Nixon. They were the triplets. They were around, and so Tate goes up to play basketball. He signs to play basketball at Drake. And this is just to fill in the blanks for anybody that isn't aware of what I've been posting for a year on social media. But Tate commits to Drake University, D1 school. Ben McCollum is the coach, takes him to the tournament last year, gets the offer to go to Iowa. He tells, he lets Tate know, I'm going to Iowa. Would love to have you go too. So Tate is up there at Iowa. He is playing very well for a freshman. getting a lot of minutes, getting good production. And somebody on an Iowa hoops page the other night, there was a kid who was 26 in their game against USC. I think his name was last name was Baker Mazzara. And he's 26, and the header of the post said, he's officially off of his parents' insurance. And so they broke it down. Apparently the guy started his collegiate career at Duquesne when Tate was 12 years old.
It's ridiculous. And so Heineke's situation, it just pisses me off because it's not like he's been in college for 8 years. You got Miami's one of the worst offenders of this because they had a tight end that was granted an 8th year of eligibility last season. Then this guy this year when is Miami gonna play some young guys? I know Malachi Tony's a young guy, but are they just gonna keep rolling
when are
out?
they going to develop a quarterback from their recruiting?
Never.
What's third straight portal quarterback?
When are kids going to quit going there out of high school? That's the poison pill in all this. You're going to have these schools that rely so heavily on the transfer portal at these certain positions. They're going to lose the ability to recruit top-notch high school talent at quarterback and these other positions that they keep recycling dudes from other universities into.
Yeah. And honestly, I've always loved Louis Riddick and kind of his analysis. I think he's kind of digging into that ESPN schlock type stuff. I hate to say that because I've always
Ryan Clark's spell
something, and he was on, I guess, the NFL Network talking about Mensa. And speaking of education and intelligence, Mensa comes into the conversation. Different Mensa.
Darian Mensa in Spanish, man.
Mensa is mental. Mensa?
Yeah, Mensa.
What does it mean?
Stupid.
Oh, I've heard that one. Baboso, I've heard that one. So anyways, Dan Narva checking in from Michigan, by the way. Great team. The Eagles, they are a great team. So Louis Riddick's on there, and I guess he's giving them coverage from the Senior Bowl, but he's kind of previewing, teams. He's already given Mensa the Heisman. And it's like, yeah, he was good at Duke, and he'll go into a loaded situation. But it's January, dude.
Connor Carr checks in. It's not even their age. It's the fact it's so discretionary, in my opinion. It's not discretionary, Connor. It's arbitrary. Let's use big words.
It's not consistent at all.
They're just randomly saying, you get a year, you don't. You get a year, you don't.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think Owen Heineke probably deserved that extra year more than Trinidad Chambliss. There will be an appeal.
Yeah. And why not just I'm going to put one of the Cleveland County district judges on notice, file an injunction.
Yeah.
Let him go through.
The NCAA they have no power. Screw it.
No. Just get an injunction.
Keep that linebacker room strong, son.
Dang right. Depth is always a necessity. Dan Narva says, oh, yeah, we knew about Baker Mazzara. Son clued me in on him starting with 2020, 2021. Duquesne. I'm going to assume that's San Diego State, not South Dakota State. JUCO, Auburn, USC.
It's so silly.
Mm-hmm.
We've got guys that have played professional basketball that have been involved in trades for star players.
Yeah.
That are now playing college basketball.
Yeah. Alabama and Baylor doing that. So
once you go to the league, once you declare yourself as a professional and you start cashing checks, it's over.
Well,
I mean, you are an employee of a professional league. You've signed a contract. You're done.
It was over after you were able to come back, even if you hired an agent.
Yeah.
When it was over. So now it just is what it is.
Dan checks in 100 on Jeremy. I remember when Joey Hauser transferred to MSU from Marquette. Sorry, Joey, you need Citier. Yeah, but
that's gone.
We had one of our brilliant legal minds that 86 that I can't remember what district that was in. That had to be up there in the Northeast somewhere.
Yeah. Well, and Owen Heineke is, like you said, to me, if I'm on the board that is determining that, I mean, I'm sorry, what an amazing story. Kid,
Yeah.
a walk-on. Always give the walk-ons
And he wanted
benefit of the doubt.
it's not like he was just there for a bag of money.
Yeah.
He grew up an OU fan, worked his ass off to get to OU. Once he got here, it took him 2 years to even see the field, and when he did, he has this great year, and then you're telling him, "Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
15 minutes of lacrosse, 86 that right out."
Uh-huh. And and that was the thing, because with the Chris Winkie, and then the oh the OSU quarterback,
Brandon
Brandon
Weeden.
Whedon. I mean, yeah, they went in the MLB draft.
I mean, you could understand that because that was always kind of, wink, wink, nod, nod. We're
Yeah,
good with
and
that.
that's what I'm saying. But I mean, it's
Ricky Williams played minor league baseball in the off seasons.
there is no way that college lacrosse should inflect on your eligibility. If you decide to play football, just two different things. I'm not saying that a guy should be able to play, 3 years of college baseball and then I don't know
Here's the silly thing about it. So 15 minutes of college lacrosse would have say it had been football.
Mhm.
He would have been eligible for a red shirt in football that year. He's listed
Yeah.
as redshirt junior this year. So he comes here as a redshirt freshman. Okay. So he plays redshirt freshman, sophomore, junior. So basically, the NCAA is penalizing him a year that he should have already been eligible anyways.
Yeah. Yep. And like you said, if he'd have, I don't know. I guess maybe they don't have as much power over the medical red shirts as they do just change of mind. I don't know. But
you could maybe get an ADA complaint, and they don't want to lose any money, so they're not gonna fight those.
Who will be the first 30-year-old to who's going to stretch? I mean, surely it's going to curtail some with the COVID year expiring sometime, right?
We should be out of that. We're in 2026, but
You would think.
obviously we're not.
There was a
I don't
city
know.
council member at Oklahoma City wearing a mask yesterday inside the meeting. So just saying,
Arch Manning will be at Texas when he's 30.
Why would you go subject yourself to the abuse? And that's another thing with the burn orange buttholes. I want to talk about their idiot alumni, Emmanuel Acho, later. But no, and Roger Denny, the new athletic, and I saw the post last night from Jim Nagy.
I just read it,
and I think he used the phrase capricious, honestly. So
he did. So I was like, hey, good use of that.
I'll still give you credit for it if that be the case. So 1 point for Jeremy.
Thank you.
But anyways, so with the new AD and the new general manager, hopefully the appeal can throw something out there for them to have some meat on the bone to get after it. I think the sentiment's been that he really wasn't going to be in line.
From everything I heard, they were not. This was the ruling they were expecting all along. I mean, there will be an appeal. Burn orange buttholes. That was lovely. The Bobs.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did you see Barry in his fur the other night?
Hey, man.
Hands with Aaliyah Chavez.
Gotta love the king.
Yeah.
Gotta love the king.
I'm coming back around a little bit. I think it's my hatred for Troy Aikman that's bringing back some feel for Barry. Well, and this is, I mean, Roger Denny steps into an athletic department that has, I'm not saying the house is on fire, but there are issues that he's got to address.
Yeah, he's got to address men's basketball,
arena.
He's got to address facilities for baseball and basketball.
Yeah, is baseball that bad?
It could use a nice refresh.
Yeah,
seriously, that Airedale Mitchell was kind of it was a nice ballpark, but we played up at ORU, and they had a nicer facility than Oklahoma.
That's not good.
No, and a
Especially
lot of gold up there too. So it was, it's like
did they have
Donald Trump designed the whole campus. It's
did they have
beautiful.
praying hands out there in center field to catch any?
No, but you could see them from there.
Oh, yeah. Supposedly, and I don't know if it ever really happened, but a friend of mine I went to college with that graduated from Jinx High School claimed that they tried to navigate those hands and paint the fingernails. I don't know. I said, buddy, if you want to risk lightning striking you that bad, go on.
That's right.
Hey, CCW Safe sponsors our program, and they provide legal self-defense coverage with plans starting as low as $19 a month. Use the link in the scroll and also in the description of this broadcast, and you can rely on self-defense support with deep expertise, personal care, and self-defense coverage that goes way beyond the basics. You can trust the team at CCW Safe. I do. I've known them. I've known 2/3 of them for 35 years. So CCW Safe right there in the description and the scroll. So Jeremy, having mentioned Owen Heineke and his potential, because that was Nagy's tweet, was that, if the appeal doesn't go through, he's going to make some professional team, happy.
He did
not a high round pick, but he'll get in there and knock heads.
He went to the Senior Bowl, had a good week, looked good in practice, played pretty well in the game. He's got the ability to make a roster as special teamer and eventually be a player on a defensive side of the ball. But
go ahead.
He should still have another year, which it's a tragedy that the NCAA has done this. Once again, penalizing a kid that did everything right and rewarding kids that have been in college for the better part of a decade.
Yeah. And, I'm sorry, but with the Carson Beck press conference where he revealed that he hadn't gone to school in 2 seasons.
Yeah.
At least get your master's, do something, all you are. I know I'm 55 years old, Jeremy. I know that the worm has turned in collegiate sports, but good grief, throw up an illusion for me to hold on hope for or something.
Yeah, just all you got. No, I take all my classes online. That's it. It's over. No one talks about it after that because everyone knows what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Just stop.
Well, and unfortunately, I think it's navigated its way down into the high school situations as well, because I'm told that there are teams in this very state that have players that never see the campus. Mm-hmm. They are quote air quote on online learning, and I don't see how that fashions itself into molding,
Yeah, Max Patton chiming in. I'm assuming you mean the baseball facility is bad by SEC standards. It is. It's a dump compared to some
Connor Carr gave the woo pig, and he was at the Arkansas OU game earlier this week. I assume he was by his tweets. And free admission, I guess, and decent turnout. Nothing like what it was back in the glory days, but it's sad, Jeremy, that people.
Why would anybody go to see the same movie over and over and over and over? It's not Star Wars, man.
No,
but it's the same. Hey, we're looking good in the first half. We built a nice little lead. We're going to fritter it away with this scoring drought, and then completely fall apart at the end.
But it's like a guy who's on a 0-10 streak in baseball. You just look at it and say, okay, he's due. Right?
Chuck, this has been my life as an Oklahoma basketball fan since Porter Moser has taken over the program.
Yeah.
Every effing season. They look good in the non-conference. This is the team that's going to compete. This team is a Sweet 16 team. Could be an Elite 8 team. Conference season starts, nosedive.
Is it just that players get weary of him once you get into conference play, or is it just
I don't know.
I play that well coming out of the gate and not have a little bit of juice left in January.
Yeah, a lot of Moser's problem is I don't think he manages personalities well for an extended period of time, and
that's not good basketball.
It's a new team every year.
Yeah.
He may have 1 or 2 holdovers every season, but for the most part, those 15 guys on his bench are all new guys.
So they're on they're on a 7-game losing streak, and this is all kind of playing into the, Roger Denny situation that he's going to have to deal with, which I thought he kind of sidestepped the question at his
He's not even on the clock until February 3rd.
Yeah.
So,
but during that 7-game losing streak, I mean, they've had what the overtime buzzer beater, 2 buzzer beaters at Missouri.
Yep.
Squandered the double-digit lead against Bama at home.
Mm-hmm.
Had a lead was shooting the lights out in the first half against Arkansas.
Uh-huh.
Had a lead. Let's just go down the list here. South Carolina, that's an awful loss, even though it's on the road. Florida, everybody's going to understand you're going to get blown out there. A&M, I don't know, but
A&M's got a good team.
Here's the thing: the bad part about it is you start off the month in conference play with a butt kicking of Ole Miss.
I know,
and then all right, we're done.
That's
here.
it. Yeah, we're done here. We've won our conference game. We're just gonna settle to the bottom.
Yeah, that's that has been the Porter Moser way. And I tell you something, I put this out the other day, and I believe it. He better be glad that they jumped to the SEC, because these close losses in the Big 12 would not be close losses.
No,
Tucson or Provo or Ames, you're not getting out of there on a buzzer beater.
No, and I was excited about the hire. I was.
Well, yeah, after his success at Loyola.
Yeah, the 2 tournament appearances he had before he came to Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm. And well, I mean, there was a buzz. I'm not even going to try.
I know.
There was a buzz. People kind of knew that Lon was kind of done.
Yeah, he retired.
Like he was ready. And so, then when all of the buzz and the Nun stuff and things like that around Loyola Chicago, it just clicked. And
I know.
like, okay,
I was excited about it.
This is going to be the next step. I mean, people thought Jeff Capel was going to be the next great one. I just don't know. I mean, I'm sitting there watching Remember the 10 on Wednesday night. No, Tuesday night. Yeah. One night I didn't have a basketball game. And I almost teared up, Jeremy, when I saw their interviews with Kelvin talking about him being so gracious to OSU and his love of Eddie Sutton and that rivalry from back and then. We were fools to not know how good we had it. There should have been
messages.
Yeah, and now what's going on?
Right.
I mean, yeah, he was just ahead of his time. But
but even through all of that, Chuck, Capel had some success and then it fell apart. Keith Tiny Gallen, Tommy Mason Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lon Kruger came in, righted the ship after that.
Had a Final Four appearance.
Yeah, and now here we are.
Yeah.
And Lon had a team with the guys that were around the program. Buddy Hield, a few other guys that were there for a while. Names escape me right now. It's been a few years. This era is different. And yeah, I see your tweet, your comment, Connor, and I'm getting ready to address that.
I got something to say too on that.
You've got a coach at Arkansas who has always been good at managing personalities because he's
attracting talent.
Attracting talent. Apparently Arkansas does spend money on basketball NIL. Don't care so much about football yet, so I guess that remains to be seen. But Oklahoma's going to have to spend some money. I think they were 15th in the SEC.
Yeah.
15th in the SEC in NIL. The facility's awful. That building is too big. They'd be better off playing at McCaslin. It'd be better, 3,000 seats to what, 9,500 or how big's LNC?
I thought it was 10K.
It's 10K, but the way it's set up, if it's full, it doesn't feel full.
Yeah.
Who's at is it Patino or who's at Arkansas?
Calipari.
Calipari. So yeah, he's always been with the one and dones, attracting talent,
Yeah.
get as much as he can, form a team for a year and have a lot of success. He's kind of the blueprint, isn't he? Because he's done that his whole career.
Well, and yes, athleticism and AAU kids, they show out. I mean, I get that. That is a big facet of collegiate basketball. Where I'm going to go at is like we're seeing this at Iowa, as I mentioned with Tate Sage, is Ben McCollum is a guy who has a system, and your system is going to require 5 guys to do their job, and we're going to attack these tremendous athletes, on a consistent basis in whatever their weakest point is. I'm not saying Calipari doesn't go into analytics a bit. I'm sure he does, but I mean, we see it year in, year out in the tournament. There are these teams like, the old days with Princeton and things like that. You can compete with lesser athletes.
You're
running
right.
a system
You're right. Basketball. How long are those kids at Princeton? Are they one and dones?
No,
they're kind of like his teams at Loyola.
So really, that's where Porter's probably missing it, is going out and try to get these big splash transfers instead of getting system guys.
Well, he did get a big splash transfer. He got that kid from Alabama.
Well, that's what I mean.
But he's only had success when he's had guys that have stuck around.
Sure.
At a lower level, a mid-major school, where teams weren't poaching his players, and he had time to mold them into a team.
Yeah.
He's not that kind of coach. Calipari has been doing this forever.
Yeah.
Wherever he's been. 1 year.
Cal is the standard of attracting great players. I mean, he's
coached at some pretty damn good programs,
Well, yeah, it doesn't hurt to be, but I mean, he'll do the same at Arkansas.
Oh, he will. Yeah.
He'll get just as much talent at Arkansas as he got.
Well, let's not act like Arkansas is one of those schools that has zero tradition in basketball.
Oh, they've had a natty for the last 35 years.
And they spend money.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say obviously the Porter Moser experiment is
I think
75 to 80% over.
And that's sad because, I like Porter. I think he's doing his best. It's just he's not cut out for this.
Yeah. But anyway,
that's no indictment of him. I mean, he can go back to say a Drake or
he'll get a job. Yeah.
Or who was it that was after him? Was it Villanova and he chose to stay here?
I think so.
Get fired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's those things where and honestly, comparing Villanova to a program like Oklahoma, I don't know, to me you would be much safer taking the job at the school that basketball is their preeminent sport. But that's, I don't know.
I don't know why they would come after him if you saw just
nobody
the way things have gone
down. Is now, but I mean, like you said, so many coaches forget to strike with when the iron's hot. But you can't besmirch what the guys tried to do. I mean, he's made an effort. His teams have had moments. Like you said, he's won November, December hands down, year in, year out. It's January and February that kicks him in the.
I know, and it's two of the the SEC's no slouch in basketball. The Big 12, wow,
yeah. I mean, because right now I'm looking at things and I'm following some Texas Tech pages, and Tech is so good. I mean, Toppin, he is really good. I wouldn't favor them to go into Tucson to win. I don't know if that's going to be a huge matchup when they play. They've split with Houston. You got Houston, Iowa State, Arizona, BYU, and Texas Tech, and then Kansas. Kansas would be your 5th and 6th team.
Kansas isn't even very good this year for some reason. I don't know what's going on.
So and that's the problem for Coach Lutz up at Stillwater. I mean, he's got to try to get them back into it, and the Big 12 is just murderer's row in basketball anymore.
It is. I would even Hey, let's see how much it would take to get Kelvin to come up here and do a retirement tour, and just see what happens.
Yeah.
Bring Kellen, head coach in waiting, and then
You go get Kellen.
bring Kellen in.
Offer it to him now.
I don't know why they haven't offered the job to Hollis Price yet.
I heard that trending at one time, and it's like,
I mean, he played here. He loves it here. Let's give him a shot.
Well, and like I said, NCAA basketball is still one of those institutions where, the team with the most talent doesn't always win.
Yeah, and I've got grinding my gears about NCAA basketball. It's unwatchable on television. Absolutely unwatchable.
Now,
It's fine to you go to a game, it's fun, but just every 5 minutes there's an official timeout.
Yeah.
The rules are just wildly different.
Media timeouts are annoying.
The media timeouts are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not a fun watch. You know what? 4 quarters, NBA rules, just like the women do.
Mm-hmm.
And just let them play. It's the only level of basketball that does this crap.
Yeah.
Why? Why do we feel like we need to be unique in men's college basketball when no other level is doing this?
And you know where it really sucks? On the Division II level, where men's and women's programs generally all play. It's like high school. They play the same night.
Yeah.
So you've got a women's game that goes first that has 4 quarters. And then you go into a men's game and it's two halves. And it's stupid.
It's just
But I'd say that about all sports. Universal rule from top to bottom.
24-second shot clock, 4 quarters, timeout you get this many timeouts for the entire game. We're not doing this is what they're doing at the next level. That's what you aspire to do. We're going to do it.
Well, it's like high school soccer. They play 2 40-minute halves. The professionals in Europe
running around.
It is. The professionals in Europe play 2 45-minute halves.
Yeah.
Back on the extra 5 minutes. They're young. They got energy.
Hey, all kinds of energy.
Universal rules from the top down. Whatever the top level is, make it that. And go to one of these college courts, Jeremy, or maybe trying to think where I saw it. But you go to these courts where they may have a collegiate game, a high school game, and there's 3 different 3-point lines. What on blue blazes is that? It's just
I don't mind the 3-point line being a little closer in college. That's fine.
No,
that's fine.
That should be universal right there.
Well, whatever. I don't care. My main bone to pick is the format of the game, the time, the quarters, the halves.
Yeah.
I remember when not too long ago, the 40-second shot clock.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean watching the game was like taking a Quaalude, man. It's like, oh, this is not exciting.
I wept romantic for the Kelvin Sampson coaching era.
Oh my God.
The 40-second shot clock was not conducive to watching Kelvin teams.
Love Kelvin, love what he did here. I still remember the Big 12 title game against Missouri where they went 17 and a half minutes without scoring a single point and still won somehow.
Yeah. That was
I just remember the whole half.
I just remember it was like have Quantis and Hollis dribble around until the shot clock's down to 9, and then we'll try to get a bucket up.
That is why the best brand of basketball ever in college was Billy Ball.
Yes,
and Billy Ball
and Loyola Marymount and UNLV. Those 3 programs.
I remember my dad watching with my dad, God rest his soul. Tim McAllister jacking up a 25-footer. There's no 3-point line.
Yeah.
Quit shooting it from out there. Like, no, well, man, this is fun.
Well, and to please our good friend Connor Carr, I'm going to bring up the mid-range game. That's what went wrong with basketball is fast breaks would end up with kicking it out to the corner for a 3 instead of driving to the bucket to try to get try to get a layup and foul or anything. We're 3-on-1. Let's kick it out here to.
Well, the analytics say you're more likely to get the rebound on the miss if it's a long rebound, and you could set up for another corner three.
Yeah, there you go. So anyways, but OU basketball in a bit of a pickle, decisions to be made. I mean, I don't see how you can give him another year.
I didn't see. I mean, he made the tournament last year, but that still wasn't. I still didn't set that as my high water mark. I would have liked to have seen him win a game in the tournament last year.
Yeah,
tough draw getting UConn in the first round. It's the Oklahoma basketball program should aspire to be more than just, hey, we made the field of 64.
Yeah. Well, and what's funny is the fact that they basically, in the SEC, it's kind of Florida and Bama's ball to hold. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, A&M's competitive. Tennessee's going to be competitive with Rick Barnes, but really Florida's kind of, I think, a bit separated themselves. I mean, Cal will get things. Cal, Arkansas, and Florida, that's only two programs I would bank on having to really go toe-to-toe with.
Well, Jenny Bronchek across the hall in the women's locker room doesn't seem to be having these issues.
No.
And, she rolls them out there. They play hard. They win ball games. Hey, they beat South Carolina the other night. How about that?
Yeah.
Kicked the crap out of A&M last night and what was looked at as a trap game.
Yeah. Leah Chavez, man, she went off in that overtime. I mean, 15 points in the overtime?
15 points in a 5-minute OT session.
That's gunning.
That young lady can play.
Yeah, and did I do my mea culpa on her last week on this program?
I don't know if you did.
I think I went at Parker Thune when he promoted on Twitter about her coming to OU and what a game breaker she was. I thought Keziah Lofton from Bethany would be equal to the task. She's not. She's good, but she's not. I mean, Chavez is the real deal.
And I'm going to defend your bad take because it's Parker Thune. And I've lived my life listening to him say, "Oh, this guy coming out of spring ball, Giovanni Gibson, man, he's going to be dynamite this year." And then we get to the season, and he's hurt, and then he does not much.
Yeah. Connor Carr says that's why everybody loved Nolan. 40 minutes of hell, ha ha. Yeah, that was it. And
40 minutes of hair, 40 minutes of hell and hair dye.
Yeah, and Nolan carried a lot of success from Tulsa with him to Arkansas and really made good with it. I love the old. I was a kid during the Nolan Richardson years at Tulsa, and I love those days.
Yeah, Corliss Williamson.
Paul Pressey at Tulsa.
Yeah,
Paul Pressey, and they won an NIT back when the NIT was a little
more prestigious
than it is now.
A little more prestigious.
Well, you weren't. I don't think the tournament was near 64 teams back then. So
why don't they play the NIT as a preseason tournament?
Yeah.
I think that would really
because everybody wants to go to Chaminade and get beat by the home team.
but you could attract better teams and have a better brand of basketball, make more money, which is all college athletics is about now. You still have the other postseason tournament. The name escapes me right now. What is the
College Paul Classic or something?
Yeah, something like that. You can always do that, concurrent with the NCAA tournament.
I mean, the NIT's.
I'm just trying to get eyes on the game, particularly mine. Change the format of the game. Change the format of the games. Have a preseason tournament that's not, what the Atlantis, what the challenge for Atlantis or whatever they play down there in the Bahamas. That's on at 3 in the morning.
Bring back Big Monday.
Bring back
Big Monday was must-see TV, and you knew you were going to get 3 time zones of basketball.
Do we even have the all-college tournament anymore?
No, they
bring it back.
Yeah,
bring it back at the Paycom.
My first OU game I ever attended was at the all-college classic at the Myriad, and we came down my senior year. In '88, it was '87, Christmas '87.
Pete Maravich scored 177 points.
We came down and watched the eventual national runner-up Sooners just stifle Illinois State that was the thing about that run and gun from the Wayman Tisdale run and gun was just, we're going to outscore you.
Oh yeah.
The 87 and 88 teams, they were going to pick your pocket constantly and press.
Yeah, Mookie Blaylock, brother.
Mookie Blaylock, Ricky Grace, Dave Seager, Stacey King, Harvey Grant, and I believe Anthony Martin and Terrence Mullins coming off the bench.
Terrence Mullins.
How about that? Screw your Prevagen.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, one of my favorite guys to ever lace him up at OU was Darian Selvey.
I remember him.
He was 6'3", and he had he was there with Ace McGee.
Yeah. Ace McGee was a mystery to me. He was so good, and he just fell apart in that Final Four.
Yeah, he was having a lot of leg issues, which ultimately
was having a lot of
basketball career.
Having a lot of off the court issues too.
Kelvin Sampson had the greatest quote about Ace McGee after his first season at Oklahoma when he transferred in from JUCO. Yeah, Ace is a great player, but he looks like Godzilla and plays like a nun.
There was another forward on that squad that was similar style to McGee, but I can't remember his name. But Quantus White, Hollis Price, those were salad days, buddy.
Oh no, Qualis and Hana, man, Hollis. Where were they playing when they were chanting Gary Coleman at him?
Oh, it had to have been Missouri.
I think it was Michigan State.
Oh,
in that NCAA tournament. Is that
okay?
No, maybe.
Nahara's team lost to Sparty in
Mateen Cleaves.
The Flintstones, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was when
Qantas's team lost to Maryland.
Yeah, when that Michigan State game was when Nahara got his head bounced off the court.
Oh yeah, they banged him hard on that.
Yeah.
No, Connor, I did not get to the all-college tournament in 1987 via covered wagon. We had a yellow bus, just like they drive nowadays, probably the same model. So not that, but yes, it was a long time ago. But that was an amazing team. And I tell you, I remember our coach that season, he really upped our conditioning from what it had been the year before. And I think it was on the trend that Billy had that team doing hardcore aerobics in the offseason to be ready for the hell that they were going to bring for 40 minutes. So just sad that the NCAA and the officials screwed them out of a national title against Kansas that year. But anyways, so Jeremy, real quick.
I think he wrote a penny farthing into the game that day, Connor. It wasn't a wagon.
Conestoga, baby. But anyway, so yeah, Connor with the indictment on my age. Thanks.
Go and Google that, Connor.
Yeah, I won't.
Google it
up. Speaking of OU and things going on, peripheral to the program. The big slender tricycle.
Yes.
With 2 wheels. So Senior Bowl practice going on, and one of the funniest clips I saw was the Michigan defensive lineman who got blocked out on a drill and then decided to throw hands when he got frustrated.
Yeah. So
the group breaks in, and if I'll see if I can't find the video on Twitter again. So the group breaks in and breaks him up, and as the camera on the side angle pans away or is kind of filming them as they move away as the pack, there's one Michigan player who kind of does like a little side deal, like he's going in for his boy. And it's just the funniest thing I ever saw. I was like, man, Michigan's a program that just, something's going on. I mean, for him to lose his cool over a drill at the Senior Bowl, and then for his teammate Ray to go jump in and, save his guy, I just thought, wow, Michigan is they're in another place right now.
Yeah.
And then all the comments, really going after him about the Michigan man. So
Michigan man, the highest level of integrity.
Yeah. But so at the Senior Bowl, I tweeted out a video that I saw, and it was Jaron Canick being totally abused by an edge rusher. And, hey, we knew going into, or we knew by midseason that you were going to utilize Canick on some routes to try to get past some linebackers or maybe some slower end safeties, but he wasn't going to be part of the blocking game.
No.
And he showed that in the drill, but still it's one rep.
Yeah.
And that's what I hate about these
like Tyler Shuck's throw last year.
Thank you. course, I mean, I saw Cam Jordan really praising Shook on one of the programs yesterday. But and Shook's a great quarterback if he's healthy. But
Yeah, and
anyway,
we covered him when he was at Tech, and
yes, we
when
did.
he was healthy, he was a very, very good quarterback
Yeah,
at every stop. It's just keeping him on the field.
yeah. So my thing with the Senior Bowl and East West Shrine Bowl and any of that stuff is that, and it makes for great social media content, I'm sure, but you see one guy kind of get blown up on a rep and or maybe one guy losing his cool on a rep. You don't know the context, you don't know the situation, you don't know what they're dealing with that day, but now
Well,
it's out there for everyone to see.
that
And
poor kid that Grayson Halton was abusing.
oh yeah. Now that's probably the real, we know that's probably the real deal there.
Yeah, Grayson Halton's going to make a lot of money in the NFL.
He will. I'm sorry to say this, but isn't Jordan Phillips still in the league?
He is.
And what did he show out in college?
I mean, he was an above solid starter.
Yeah.
He was a good player.
When I compare his collegiate career to Grayson Halton
was a big play machine.
Yeah. So, but anyways, having said that, you see the Canic rep where he gets abused. That can happen on any given rep. But then we're seeing Jaden Ott videos of him just blasting rushers in the pass blocking scheme. And then also, making little cuts and getting extra yards on runs and stuff. And it's like, should Nagy send him a bill and just say, we would like to claim this amount of money back from you?
OU wouldn't do this because compliance, and they like to look at themselves as being too classy to go after a player for funds. But he definitely owes university a little bit of cash.
You talk about a lotto win.
We saw, and if money's on the line, apparently this guy he's probably one of those guys that if he does make it into the league, he'll be average until that contract year, and then he'll be lights out. I don't think he's got that kind of desire, which was frustrating when I saw him stick his nose right in that D lineman's chest. Now, he held him, but there was physicality, there was aggression in holding that block. And then everything else, he looked fluid, he looked good. And like, where the hell was this during this season?
Where was that against Illinois State?
Yeah, where was this when he has a chance to spring a jet sweep against Texas, and I'm not going to block that guy.
Yeah,
he's bigger than me.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It is really frustrating, and I know the coaching staff is probably frustrated as well because it was a big portal signing,
and it ticks you off even more when you realize that Nagy wasn't wrong about his ability.
No,
he was just wrong about what he had in his chest.
Yeah. And, I think in the portal, you not only look at the highlight reel, but you look at the history. What was their usage rate? What was, how available were they? I would think there's a whole process. You're probably not going to get a lot of cooperation from the former program.
Nope.
And I understand that, because obviously Dabo Sweeney is going to put a hedge around his players.
And I don't mind that. The best Dabo is Mad Dabo.
Oh yeah,
let Dabo go. Let him cook, as the kids would say.
I saw one of their defensive tackles first rounder on a mock draft yesterday. I can't remember the name, but
he had some talent.
They totally. I mean, it's so funny to look at the preseason top 10 from last year.
I know,
or from earlier in the year.
So who did Clemson hire to be their offensive coordinator after firing Garrett Riley? You know what? I'll effort that.
I'm going to need you to effort that since while you're doing that, I'll mention that we want to thank one of our great sponsors, and that would be A+ Roofing and Construction. Rain or shine, they'll be there, locally owned and operated in Western Oklahoma by Damon Schultz, and he is a friend of the program as well. 580-772-7587. If you had been putting off roof repairs, or if you have a roof cave in from the intensive snow that we received, call Damon Schultz at 580-772-7587. A-plus Roofing and Construction, Western Oklahoma and the OKC Metro. He is available to look at your roof or remodel job. All right, so what do you got?
Okay, so I mean, Connor should have answered this in the messages because this guy is one of his favorites. Chad Morris.
That's what it was. He nailed it.
Chad Morris.
I was busy plugging A-plus Roofing and Construction, and Connor threw it out there. So, man, good luck with that. I don't know.
I mean, he was a good OC. Not much of a head coach.
Chandler out of eligibility?
Who?
His boy. Isn't Chandler?
Oh, Chandler Morris. Yes, he is.
Former UVA quarterback.
He'll probably get drafted because there's only like 4 quarterbacks in the draft that are worth a crap.
Boy, it's Mendoza and nobody else. I think I saw Ty Simpson on a mock draft yesterday in the first.
You know who's going to end up being the best out of the bunch of them? Garrett Nussmeier.
That's exactly the name I was about to throw out there. It's like that guy has been so forgotten. And if somebody picks him up in the 3rd or 4th round, I bet he could be some.
He's still highly regarded. I don't think he's going to go before the.
I think he'll drop that far.
I think he'll. When I look at it, if a team really needs a quarterback, they may take a flyer on him in the 2nd. I don't think he'll go in the 1st.
Yeah.
3rd or 4th round is probably safe bet.
As I was rolling through the mental Rolodex to come up with Ty Simpson, Garrett Nussmeier came to my thinking. So we were on the same wavelength there. But yeah, he could probably come into several situations and be developed. Yeah. So I'll pay attention to some Senior Bowl stuff tomorrow. It's going to be tough because I've got basketball tonight for Weatherford and then basketball tomorrow night for Weatherford as well. Both of them on the road. Then we go back on the road. So Tuesday game was postponed. That was going to be on the road. We go to Kingfisher Wednesday night. Two tournament championship games that had been postponed from last week. And then we'll go to Alva tonight and Anadarko tomorrow night. So my television viewing for sports will be limited over the next bit, but I will be interested to follow social media and see what comes out of the Senior Bowl and things like that. Because
when is it on tomorrow?
I believe so, and I think are the Miami Edges there, Bain and Mentor.
So. You know who's looked good this week in practice?
Who?
Marvin Jones.
Yes, I saw Marvin a video Jones of one Jr. of his reps, and he had, like I said, it's the one video rep, so he looked.
I'm going to tell you that Miguel Chavis and Todd Bates, give them some more money. Give them some more money.
You're going to want to keep them. And I know Chavis is bought in from his Clemson days with BV, but yeah, you don't want to lose those guys to somewhere else.
Marvin Jones was considered possible bust being a 5-star. Going to Georgia, going to Florida State. Never really made the impact they felt like he could. He made an impact on a great defense this year. Now, I get it, because there were great players lined up next to him that were taking some of the heat off him. But he was athletic. He made plays. And that's showing out this week at the Senior Bowl. I think he's got himself into that mid-round conversation. He's going to be on a roster, which is really cool that they unlocked something in him this year. And it's a credit to that staff. That defensive staff is great if they can keep it together. I think Valai may end up at Notre Dame. Don't know.
So does Garrett Riley end up at USC as an analyst for Big Brother?
Man, I don't know. I don't know. He kind of caught lightning in a bottle that one year at TCU with a veteran experienced quarterback. And
Riley Leonard?
No, it was the redheaded kid that was there forever at TCU. Because remember, he took over for Chad Morris. Not Chad Morris, but Morris. Chad Morris's kid. Chandler Morris.
Yeah.
Man, what was his name? They went to the national championship game. He was the OC.
In that against LSU?
Yeah.
That 2019 man, I can't remember that far back about 20. All right. So Senior Bowl, I'll do my best to keep up with it. But yeah, you're right, Chavis and those guys. And I know from conversations with Ethan Downs, he was really big on Miguel Chavis, and that guy. Those guys in the edge room. They.
Max Duggan. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, Duggan.
Yeah.
Okay. So, anyways, yeah, it'll be interesting to see the Senior Bowl, and really the game itself is a bit. I mean, I think the scouts get so much more from practice than they do from the game.
Yeah,
But
they've got to play so many different guys in that game. The practice is more beneficial to see what guys actually do. And I'm semi excited to watch it because I'm still not out of football mode.
yes, yeah.
So
I'm with you.
I have a hard time watching basketball.
It's if I didn't call basketball, it would be really even tougher for me. But I do get into the swing of high school. So good luck to Jaden Ott. I'm not gonna wish ill will on the guy. If you can go make your living, maybe make a alumni donation later down the road. That would be fitting. But he's probably actually a graduate of Cal.
Mhm.
Anyway, so quick question for you about recruiting. On a scale of 0 to 10, with 10 being the utmost optimism and enthusiasm, and 0 being the bottom level of don't give two craps. When you see an announcement that a junior in high school has committed to a school, particularly your school, what's your level on that announcement?
Considering the kid in question, the number one running back in that class,
Yeah.
you're pulling guys 2 years out that are interested in your program. Your program is seen as a program on the rise. It should give you some excitement that the 2027 class is going to be really good. 2028 class is already starting to look really good. Hey, it's nowhere but up, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, it should give you a sense of optimism that this staff is and Nagy is they are identifying talent and recruiting at a high level.
Is it job security for DeMarco Murray? Well, first off, you didn't answer the question. On a scale of 0 to 10, where are you at?
I'm about an 8.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, that's because that other 2% is like we need older guys in the portal because that seems to be the way it's going to go.
I just think it's a day and time where, okay, he commits as a junior.
Now as early as 3 years ago, you were arguing recruiting rankings with me. These teams are always going to be at the top. That ain't it anymore.
No, it's
you gotta bring grown men in.
It's a bifurcated system now, and it's always about who you can get in right now.
Yeah,
it seems like now, and
if you bring in guys that have been in a program, a college program for 2 or 3 years, they're already physically developed.
Yeah.
Now you just got to plug them into your scheme and hope it works out.
Well, talking about that Miguel Chavis edge room, I want to see some CJ Nixon next season. I'll just say that. That's I'm kind of favoritism there, but I want to see CJ Nixon getting out there with some reps and
probably will if they get PJ Okoye and Taylor Wine off the field.
Yeah. And Adeboar, is it
PJ,
yeah. So
Adeboar.
I would say I'm at a 5.5. I don't get super excited. I mean, it's great. It's a great announcement, but so much can happen and so many kids can change. I mean,
I'm not saying he's ever going to come here, but that the perception of these kids is that Oklahoma is a place to be. It should give you some excitement over a 5.5 because these are big time recruits.
Are they getting a bag for announcing the commitment?
That I don't know.
Yes.
Hey, the kid at oh man, the 2 big 5-star offensive linemen in the state. They got bags from Texas Tech. Cooper Hackett. They got bags from Texas Tech to announce their commitment, and then, well, one of them did. Hackett did, and then flipped.
Yeah.
So what's that tell you?
Yeah. Hackett's playing basketball right now. Hopefully Weatherford doesn't face them in area tournaments.
That's a big old kid.
He is. We had big kids on the court last year when we played them in area, and Ethan, Tate, and CJ, and he definitely had an impact in the paint. I'll just say that we beat him.
Can't move him.
Yeah, he had an impact in the paint. So
how'd those feet look?
Yeah. I'll have to go back and review the tape, which is available on right.media. Man, prayers for Lou Holtz. I don't know if it was a true report, but supposedly he's on hospice.
Oh.
And I saw that on social media. So
how old is he?
He's got to be late 80s.
Yeah. That's sad to hear.
Yeah. So prayers for the Holtz family, if that's the case. And, he's one of those guys when you look back and you're not as charged in your own enthusiasm for programs and things like that. You look back and you kind of reflect fondly on stuff. He was fine in a lot of ways in his broadcasting career.
Great coach.
He was a great coach, had a lot of success. Former Arkansas head coach, and then went to Notre Dame. Actually, he went to Minnesota first before Notre Dame. And the reason I remember the Minnesota experiment, because that was where Troy Aikman's year at OU that he was the starter. They played at Minnesota. And,
he is 89.
Okay. Yeah. So I figured late 80s. But, I think, it looked like a valid social media post. So if that's the case and he's entered into hospice, prayers to him and his family and a big legacy and broadcasting as well. I mean, who was it? Him and the former Pitt offensive lineman, Mark. Who was the black guy that was on College Game Day Final for years?
Oh my gosh. Man.
And where did he go? That is my question.
It's not Mark Jones.
Maybe it's not Mark.
I know who you're talking about.
Glasses, real articulate.
Mark May.
Mark May. Thank you. All right. So him and Mark May, I thought were always pretty good for college football final, back when football final kind of was a thing. You know, what's sad is, and maybe it's because I realized a few things about broadcasting, but it's so obvious in ways that football final now with Matt Berry and those guys, so many segments are just pre-recorded.
Yeah, I know.
And thrown on later,
ESPN has officially mailed it in.
Oh yeah, they
bring back baseball tonight. I need my web gems.
If it weren't for Scott Van Pelt and live games that I want to watch, I bet I would never turn it on.
Oh, totally. I mean, SEC Network is in the ESPN family, and as I sit here and watch Georgia and Alabama play a women's game here at 10:08 in the AM.
Yeah. Well,
it's about all I watch.
Prayers for Lou Holtz and his family, and I'm sure it'll be
send one up for one of our listeners, Michael Busso. Lost his mother yesterday.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry to hear that, Boos.
Yeah, we're
tough losing. You've lost your dad. I've lost both my parents, and it's never easy. And
yeah. God bless you and your family, Boos.
Yeah, definitely. And Michael Busso. Okay. So exit question. The Super Bowl is going to be in about a week and a half. Kudos to the Seahawks for getting a big win over the Rams. Sam Darnold, what a rejuvenation of his career. It just goes to show you that anywhere but New York Jets is
and I've wanted to talk about this all week.
Yeah.
He goes to the Jets. And my buddies that are Patriots fans, Danny and Mock, they're like, oh, we had Darnold in hell when he was a Jet. Like, yeah, he was a Jet.
Yeah. The hell is wearing that green.
Sam Darnold, it was genius what he did. He ended up Carolina, not so great. That organization is not quite on the level. They're not quite on the level of the Jets, but you can see it from there.
Yeah. So
he goes from there and he's like, you know what? I'll go to San Francisco. I'll be a backup for a season. Shanahan's system, very quarterback friendly. Got himself right. goes to Minnesota. I got a buddy that's a Minnesota fan. I know when he turned his phone on Sunday night, when he got off that plane, he punched the air. I told him, like, y'all should have done whatever it took to keep Darnold for at least another season. He would have signed there. He was comfortable there. He just wants to play. Oh no, they had too much money in McCarthy. McCarthy's on a rookie contract. It ain't like you're paying Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, and then
Has a great year, 14-3. Goes over to Seattle. He's only one of two quarterbacks in the history of the NFL to have 2 14-win seasons back to back. Him and one Thomas Edward Brady. I don't know if you've heard of him.
A few times.
Yeah. But just the resilience to go through it, get himself fixed, have the patience, trust himself, bet on himself, goes to Seattle. And I mean, him and Stafford, that didn't feel like a marquee quarterback matchup on when you looked at it on paper. Man, if you watch that game, those were two of the best in the league, just going back and forth.
Stafford and Nakua, that is a combination that ranks up there really high with me. And I don't say that, I don't say that very often, but that looks like if Stafford can muster 2 or 3 more years out of his arm. Hey, Stafford, man, that guy coming out of Georgia, what a cannon. I mean, and all those years that he trifled there in Detroit, I'm sorry, Dan Narva, but he had Megatron, and everybody said, "Oh, he wouldn't be the quarterback he is."
But
Well,
it was
Johnson.
It was the Lions.
Yeah,
and up until recently, the Lions, it wasn't a good thing. It wasn't a good. That organization was so dysfunctional that Barry Sanders said, "Nah, I could break this record, but I just hate football." The same thing with Megatron, just
I'd rather not play than be here.
Right.
Totally.
Which is just it's terrible. And for years I said, Matt Stafford is probably the best bad quarterback in the NFL. No, Matt Stafford's a great quarterback. He played for Detroit.
Yeah.
And that's proved out when, going to McVay and that offense.
Sure.
Yeah, he's a better version of Favre. And thank you, Connor. He is, because he doesn't turn the ball over like Favre did. He still has a great arm through all the injuries. I mean, not just arm strength. The strength has come back to reality a little bit. But the ball placement. That throw he made on the sideline at the end of what game was that? The divisional round. Where he just, he could not have walked over to him and placed that ball in his hands better. It was such an amazing throw.
Well, and Seattle's an interesting story because they get rid of Geno Smith and then bring in Darnold. I'm sure there were detractors and doubters and stuff, but
they were doubters when they brought in Geno.
Their defense plays well enough. They've got a running game. K9 is, and it sucks that they lost Charbonnet for the season, but they seem to do okay.
K9's a good back.
K9's
that offensive line. And what's weird about Seattle is they've never pressed the reset button.
No.
Through Hasselbeck, through who was there after Hasselbeck? Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Through Geno. They've just drafted well. They've spent their money wisely. Older players get filtered out.
To cut DK Metcalf loose and just say, we're gonna go all in on Jackson Smith and Jigba and talk about
producing. What a bad idea. Where'd he go to college?
Ohio State.
Yeah, you bet on Ohio State wide receiver. How
daring. I'll say this: whatever the situation was with Metcalf, there is they to me it was kind of similar to the way Kansas City's using Worthy. Is we'll hit him on some certain routes, but we've got our guy.
He can only really run a couple of routes.
Yeah, but in Jigba,
and he might be a little bit of a turd.
Probably Texan. Anyways, but in Jigba, the Texas recruit that got out of the state and went to Ohio State and really turned it on. But yeah, and then I saw a tweet that showed all of the quarterbacks that New England has faced this season, and generally most of their wins have come at the expense of an injured quarterback, I think.
Not great QBs. Not a great division.
Of course, CJ Stroud, he's a starter. So
if you play
They didn't play C.J. Stroud, did they?
What is the Steelers division? That's 2
AFC
wins
North.
right there. AFC North is bad.
Yeah.
Cleveland, heck, they couldn't even find a head coach. Ended up going with Todd Monken. Nobody wanted that job.
And that's a great segue, by the way. And by the way, right as of now, we'll give our picks next week. But I'm going Seahawks to win.
I got the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm not.
They're too good on both sides of the football.
Yeah,
Drake May didn't really show me much in the AFC title game. In the blizzard,
anyway,
I get it, but
yeah, no, he's got some mobility. But so you mentioned Todd Monken and the former OSU offensive coordinator, named the head coach of the just derelict Cleveland Browns. They're a stain on football. But former Fox Sports analyst Emmanuel Acho, who is the Fredo of the Acho family, I commented on a tweet, said I would listen to Sam Acho read the phone book before I would listen to Emmanuel Acho. Sam brings so much more to the table. But Emmanuel Acho is on some podcast talking about Shedeur Sanders and how he shouldn't even listen to a word that Todd Monken has to say, because what has Monken ever done? He's a first-time head coach. And so Acho
he had Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. Acho goes on this whole rant, and I'm sure it's just for clickbait and people bid on it, but he goes on this whole rant about Shedeur, and Shedeur, what is he gonna say when Monken, tells him, tries to coach him or says, well, I mean, last I checked, we're talking about a 5th round pick who can probably be cut at the drop of a hat.
They are not paying him much.
No. And,
so a quarterback playing in probably the worst division in football outside of the NFC South throws for 1,400 yards, 7 TDs, 10 interceptions, and took just an avalanche of terrible sacks.
But he's a Pro Bowler, Jeremy.
It doesn't that you know what? Tyler Huntley was a Pro Bowler. Tyler Huntley was a Pro Bowler with the Ravens, and he played like less than 10 games.
Yeah.
The Pro Bowl means nothing. He took someone's spot that didn't care about being. Trevor Lawrence didn't want to deal with that.
Yeah. Stefanski at Atlanta will have a lot more weaponry offensively, I believe, than what he had at Cleveland by far.
Yeah.
Start with Bijan Robinson. You've got
Drake
London.
Oh, Drake London.
Is Trask still there? Or not Trask, Kyle
Pitts. He may be able to unlock Kyle Pitts.
Something.
I mean, you know how Stefanski loves use tight ends, man.
Yeah.
David Njoku.
No kidding. But so Monken steps into this whole debacle, and everything in Cleveland is just a quagmire. But, then you have these idiot detractors who have a media outlet saying that this kid he starts 6 games?
Yeah.
And really, I mean, is it certain that he beat out Dylan Gabriel? Gabriel got hurt, right?
Yeah, he did.
So, I just think it would be hilarious if they go into OTAs or whatever and Gabriel's taking first team reps. I don't know if they want to deal with that PR nightmare. And I'm not anti Shedeur. I think the kid does have talent, but there is so much of a whirlwind of BS takes on both sides with regards to that player. You got the total Glazers, and I hate to use that phrase on this program, but they are. And then you have the total detractors, the people that just think because he is a Nepo baby that he has no business playing.
And most of the Glazers are buddies or wannabe buddies with his dad.
Boy, that's
Skip Bayless.
Yeah. Skip. I'm sure
Skip
that book,
I'm over it. Let him fail or let him succeed. But
one of the
shut up until he does something. Stop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's a quarterback for the Browns. I've seen a jersey with upwards of 50 names on it of quarterbacks that have started since the year 2000, starting with Tim Couch and ending with Shedeur.
Yeah.
It's that organization is a dumpster fire.
Totally.
Sell the team.
Yeah.
When you buy an NFL franchise, in the contract that you sign with the league, you got 10 years. If this has not turned around or maintained a level of excellence, you're done. You must sell the team.
I just want to see Cam Ward have better success than him, because I'm tired of these comparisons that he's better than the number one pick.
He's not.
No,
he's not. But they're in similar situations.
Here's the thing: football is such a team sport. I mean, you think Cam Ward wouldn't like having Myles Garrett playing defense for the Titans over there, wrecking offensive lines.
Well,
it's a three-facet game, and if you're good on two out of the three, you're gonna have some success rate.
What's even better about this Cleveland situation, Mike McDaniel turned down an interview with the Browns because he'd rather go be an OC for the Chargers and live in LA than have to deal with that mess in Cleveland. Jim Schwartz wanted the job.
Yeah.
And they gave it to somebody else that, hasn't been a head coach, but similar track records, a little bit older. Schwartz failed as a head coach.
Schwartz failed as a head coach at Detroit.
Saleh got another shot.
Yeah.
So why can't Schwartz have another shot?
Schwartz, go ahead.
But Schwartz walked out of the building. He's done. He's not going to coach there anymore.
And I tell you where he needs to be is Arizona.
He could go to Arizona.
He needs to go to Arizona because Bob Kemp put on his Facebook page or his webpage that Ron Rivera was a name that was being circled around. And if I'm Arizona, I'm not thinking about. I mean, I think that's
Arizona's another bad organization. Chuck, yeah. They're cheap. They don't want to spend that money. They haven't hired a good head coach since what was his name? Chuck
Arians.
Bruce Arians.
Yeah.
They have not hit on one. They've fired how many coaches?
Yep.
Since then.
Basketball viewing over the weekend, you will not have an opportunity to see your Oklahoma City Thunder in action until Sunday. That's when they will be on the road to take on the Denver Nuggets. Denver is currently, I believe, third in the Western Conference. Thunder still at first, but man, they took one on the chin last night to Minnesota. Is time to panic in Titletown?
Why?
Now you're going to give me the same SGA
it's
head coach response of it's a long season.
No, I mean I think it's dumb if you're saying it's time to panic because they lost to Minnesota on the road when Minnesota hit 22 3-pointers.
Yeah,
let's face it, you're missing offensive production and defensive production from Jalen Williams. You're missing AJ Mitchell. You don't have Caruso. You're still trying to work Hartenstein back into the lineup.
He had 17 last night, I think.
Yeah, but he came off the bench.
Yeah. Anthony Edwards, 26 points, SGA 30-6. 38-11 in the Western Conference is good. I just think the standard was set so high from their regular season last year. My Spurs, I mean, I would not say they are the model of consistency. I mean,
Is it time to panic?
Yes, totally. But they did defeat the Rockets the other night, 111-99, and Kevin Durant passed Vince Carter for 10th on the NBA's all-time three-point list.
That's all this season is going to be for Houston, is KD passing people on the all-time scoring list and them not being much else.
Yeah. But the Spurs, they won't play until Saturday, I think. Let me see. And no, it'll be they go to Charlotte. Kind of a renovated Hornets team when you think about it, but
they got healthy.
Yeah. Connor Carr says Mike Gundy to Cleveland. It's the perfect dumpster fire. It would be entertaining at the least. I'd sign up for it.
Well, they hired Todd Monken, but there's still openings.
Would we get all the CBS? Would we get all the CBS games on Sunday if Gundy were at like we did when Baker was?
Oh, that'd be awesome. I think Gundy will end up somewhere like Toledo or a small college if he ever wants to coach again.
He ought to go take North, or he should have been putting his name in the hat for North Texas, just a straight swap.
Yeah, maybe.
Speaking of real quick, and we got to get out of here. We're coming up on an hour and a half. We were talking about recruiting earlier. The whole 5-star, 4-star stuff. It's so funny how things get reflected differently in the portal.
Mhm.
You know, and with me, I'm always
actual college production.
Yeah. And so this year's portal transfer list, as far as quarterback goes, you had Sam Levitt, Brendan Sorsby, and Mestamaker.
Mm-hmm.
I saw an OSU fan take exception with some college football pages list of top portal quarterbacks or five. What's the ranking system play in when, I mean, who cares what they were out of high school?
Right.
I mean, can you be a 5-star portal quarterback and have not had a ranking or a low-star ranking in high school coming out of high school?
I would think so if you just light it up for a
Yeah.
season at I don't know, what was Mestamaker's star rating?
I heard he was low. I mean, I don't remember.
I mean, he led the nation in passing, did he not?
Oh, you talking about coming out of North Texas or coming out of his high school?
No, he was a 0-star recruit
So
coming
do they
out of
re-rank him when they enter the portal?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then the question is moot.
It is it's a moot point.
Well, okay, so out of those three, Mestamaker, Sorsby, or Levitt, and where's Levitt going? LSU.
Yeah.
Sorsby's going to Tech. You know, Bill Connolly thought that OSU was a program to have a big increase in wins this coming.
Yeah, he was a 5-star portal by 24/7. Mestamaker was.
So he got left off of some social media lists, which some OSU fans took exception to. But
so as a transfer, 5 stars. As a prospect, 0 stars.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So anyway, it'll be interesting, and you know, we'll follow more of that as the second portal season will be coming around.
There is no second portal
I
season.
know
It's over.
You know there'll be tampering. All right, so let's get out of here and call it a weekend. This has been the Weekend Big Show, powered by Law Dog Sports. He's Jeremy Schroeder, ruler of the airways. I'm Chuck Ramsey, the Law Dog. We thank you for tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter X. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Law Dog Sports. And we want to thank Clinton Liquor, our good friend Marty Wandry. We had his banner up there for a minute there in Seatown. Jeremy, I heard where we talked about this last week, so I won't recoup it. But anyways, support our local spirits salesman. If you're out in Western Oklahoma, it's just a stone's throw off of I-40, easy on, easy off as well. Marty Wandry at Clinton Liquor, strong supporter of our program, and then also A-Plus Roofing and Construction and CCW Safe. If you want to protect yourself in a self-defense incident, you need to check out CCW Safe with legal self-defense coverage and plans starting as low as $19 a month. Jeremy, big plans for the weekend?
No.
Thawing?
That's a good thing. Thawing. I was off yesterday, so I got it done yesterday.
And I shoveled so much snow off the driveway. I think we had a full 12 to 14 inches out here in Western Oklahoma. So
see, I paid someone to do it because I thought about it. Well, nice. I mean, look at it this way. I throw my back out, it's $50 copay.
Yeah.
And then I'm probably off.
Did they have the machinery or was it manual?
That was manual.
Okay. Well, good for them.
Yeah, he couldn't get over here with his snowblower.
Oh, yeah.
Before it froze.
Well, man, have a great weekend. Appreciate you. You're the Iron Man you're the Cal Ripken of regional podcasting. We appreciate you. And I am Chuck Ramsey. He's Jeremy Schroeder. Be safe out there. Don't text and drive. And sure don't drink and drive. And we'll talk to you real soon.